And they want to create some sort of action. Like I said, I mean, they've had all week to prepare for this. They have a lot of games coming up in the Super Week, but Gambit, they've had to play a couple of different matches, and not sure if they've really prepared as well as SK has for them.
So let's see how this one plays out. Alexic is sat, and are we going to get a lane swap coming out here, or are they simply setting up that position? It's looking to me like Darien may well be in that mid lane as Rengar.
Well, it would kind of make sense with the smile that he had on the screen earlier. He's like, they don't know I'm going mid lane. But Zed should easily be able to beat Twisted Fate. Not sure if there was a reason for him to actually go for that.
I think it may just be a simple case of keeping vision in that mid lane. I don't think they're going to go for anything too crazy. It does look like the top lane will be a switch around, though. You can see the pairing of Nif and Candy Paddy ready to go up top. And meanwhile, Edward and Genja, they will be down that bottom. There is going to be the golem going down. Red pot hasn't been used, as you wouldn't expect, but I'm intrigued. If they've gone for these 3-4 pots, you would expect some level 1 craziness, but they're not going to go for it. Instead, they just want to take some lane dominance, I guess.
And the thing is, Gambit has no wards left. So the lane dominance they're running is with those red pots, with those health pots, to just stay in lane and try to be a bully. And Demon, we're going to see here, since Kevin will be in a 1v2 situation, what we said about him as a highlighted player. He usually wins lanes he shouldn't. I'm going to see if he can pull that off yet again for him.
Well, let's see. It's going to be 2v1. Nif's going to catch a glimpse of Darien there. May well go straight for it. Instead, it's roles reversed, and Nif immediately putting the damage back down on Darien. Remember, this is Elise. Elise very, very strong at level 1 against Darien there. And actually, Nif winning out that fight.
And now he's delaying right now. He hasn't been in lane yet. We're going to have Candypen hit level 2 before him, and he's just still sitting there at this point. He's already at half health. He has a red pot, has 6 health pots as well, but being denied that early level, we're going to have SK be able to zone him a little bit here. Yeah,
and you can see them spiders being thrown in towards him, exploding in his backside. We do see, of course, cards coming out from Ocelot towards Alexic as well. That's definitely going to be a trade that got to be careful, and that's going to be a very explosive trade at that. We do see the red buff going across to Diamond Prox. Hercubot with a double buff as well, looking like he can try and go aggressive on towards Alexic, but I think they spotted it. Yeah, Diamond Prox, look at that. He knows that he's there because he's seen the ward. He's just seen him sliding across, and Diamond just kind of dancing next to him.
Are you sure he was spotted? I didn't check it. Okay, so he was just coming there to spot in for a counter gank right there. But you see Kevin in the bottom. He's pushed up against his turret, and is also pushing the turret of Alex Itrit now, and they're going to go for some damage onto this turret very early on.
Yeah, he's just going to come in, get a little poke towards that turret, see if they can do anything. Alex is trying to bait them in. The cocoon, the arrows on towards Darien, and he takes a hell of a lot of damage in that top lane. He's going to have to keep chugging down those potions.
And we could see if Hercubot wanted to visit this top lane, he has his double buffs available, and they have him pushed up already into his turret, still at level 1. This would be a perfect time to gank because it's about the 3:30-minute mark, and he'll pretty much be at that level 1 point when you get that wave pushed up.
Not too sure where that volley was going. It looked like it missed me, but maybe I didn't quite catch a glimpse of it on the right screen. Kevin, meanwhile, down this bottom lane, he's also being pressured, but he has managed to pick up at least a couple CS. You can see Darien, he's only got 1 CS so far. Finally gets second wild card and stun cards on towards Alexic in that mid lane, and all of the lanes full on aggression coming out, and again another burst on towards Darien there. He's really struggling in this top lane.
Yeah, he is, but at least he does have that sustain from that W, which is 1 point in currently. We'll keep him healed up nicely. And even with those health pots and the 4-2 pop, they're seeing the bot lane. They're being really aggressive. Kevin getting very low.
They're going to go in. The last comes in, and it's Edward the Great picking up a kill, and it's first blood.
And just as we talked about Kevin being able to win lanes he shouldn't, fortunately did get killed right there as the first blood, and that is going to hurt him quite a bit. He's been missing out a lot of CS, and Gambit just made their stamp on this bottom lane.
Absolutely. The Zars, I think they're going to become, rather than the Overlords right now. Gambit picking up that first blood. It tends to always come. Still, the red pot's available. Alexic has used his own red pot, though, in that mid lane, but still, and this top lane, get Darien and Edward down that bottom lane. Neither of them used that so far, so Alexic using that red pot to keep himself on top of the game against Ocelot, who has just been back and bought. He had that Doran's ring as well as boots now, and you can see there's obviously no items for Alexic because that red pot has been used.
And if Alex wants to stick around in lane, he will be 6 before Ocelot, but I'm imagining that he would want to go back and buy really quickly. He's sitting on about 900 gold. It looks like he will commit to this lane. We see Darien in the top, just kind of roaming around, just trying to find some sort of step or foot in the game because he's just been denied so well already. He's down to 6 CS compared to the 14 of Kevin, and Kevin was already killed.
So Darien back towards top, and he's farming himself up, make sure he gets that Siegeman in for that extra gold, but he has only got 8 CS right now. Meanwhile, down that bottom lane, Kevin, he's picking up a bunch of CS for free as well because he went back and bought. Got himself those pots early on, and now got that Ruby Crystal in there for that extra health. Genja, though, he's been back and bought, and look at that. He's gone straight for a pickaxe, so he wants to get a lot of damage down in there. Edward now coming in towards the middle, making sure he picks up all of those souls, make sure they are not lost, and all the gingers of the world will be safe.
And we see in the bottom lane, Caitlyn, he does have 24 armor pen, flat armor pen, so that pickaxe is going to give him so much more damage than you'd really expect, and maybe that caught Kevin off guard earlier on.
So as it is, we do see the wards going out all across the board. So 300 gold being built up, lead by Gambit, and will it slowly but surely keep on growing? That's normally what happens. The two AD carries, they're very even despite the fact they are in different lanes. It's 43 to 46, mid lane very even as well, and actually the two top laners and junglers all even, so it's hard to see where that gold advantage is really coming from, other than the fact that one kill I think is the only difference right now.
Yeah, it is, and I'm really curious to see how well Darien can play Rengar as the game goes on. We haven't seen many Rengars, period, just like what they can really do late game. Obviously we see that that build on Reddit, the Sword of Divine Infinity's Edge build, we just run and one-shot the AD carry really quickly. I'm not sure if he will be going for that. We have also come into the top lane, it looks like.
Well, the Cocoon missed, but the stun card won't. He's managed to get it down. The wild card goes in. The Ignite's on towards him. The Hawk Shot's been used to make sure he get vision. It's Nif that repelled in there. Now Diamond Prox, he's trying to turn something around, but really it's going to be something for nothing. Alex H coming in, but it's going to be Hercubot in there as well. It's a 4v2, and Gambit realized this tower is going to go to SK Gaming.
So that first blood money meaning absolutely nothing right now, as SK will take the gold advantage. Great play of also right there. We talked about him needing to be a key player for his team, and you saw right there how well it worked out, able to get a kill in that top lane over to Nif.
Well, Gambit trying to keep the pressure on towards this bottom turret to try and return something, but Kevin not falling for it here. He's managing to stay well away. He's missing CS for nothing, but he doesn't know. He's got no vision of that tri-bush, and rightly so. We can see Gambit returning back in that the moment he comes back in that tower. Already low, but he's going to try and wipe out that creep wave. The tower's going to turn on towards him. There's only one more, and the tower hit will be avoided.
Yeah, no way they can dive him at this point. He is level 6, which he ran back in there quickly to get, and that's what the key thing was, to keep him alive right there. If they ever go for him, that's going to come down. It's going to save him quite easily, as I see Alex to pick up that blue buff. So with that, obviously it's not amazing on an energy champion, but it leads me to believe that he's going to be very aggressive on also right now. He wants that really quick cooldown on that ultimate and really wants to harass him as much as possible.
Yeah, we saw SK stick around a little bit while for that blue buff to see if they could maybe steal it away, but they realized the situation in that bottom lane, the AD carry and support had to react to that, and they have to get down the bottom. Of course, Genji, he's hanging around there. We see Edward lingering. Remember, that arrow is now available from Candy Panda, but trying to get the steal there, not going to work out.
But Hercubot took it on accent from those defensive masteries. That 6 damage of him being hit was enough to keep it on him, and that's going to hurt Ocelot quite a bit, who's going to need that cooldown reduction and the mana, as you currently see right now. But Dragon being started, you have Darien in the top lane, you have Alex who's just conceding it away in the middle lane, and that will be a free Dragon for SK, linking their gold lead even further.
Well, there it is. There's the Dragon going down. Can they turn anything from this? You see the Jura lane going back, and that tower is safe now down that bottom. Meanwhile, the top lane, we do see Kevin going back. He's got himself that Haunting Guides. That is going to help him out greatly against Darien in the top lane.
And Darien actually went for cloth armor, I guess expecting to go against the AD carry support of SK a little bit longer. So that's why we're talking about. You see also getting engaged upon the mid lane.
The death mark comes in, but it's not to be, and he avoided the damage very quickly there. Ocelot managed to get out of it with that flash, but flash burnt, and may well see a visit from Darien or Diamond Prox very soon.
He has his ultimate available. He's just backing right now, I guess trying to look confused. Not sure if he is spotted by a ward or anything. Still backing away. He only has 600 gold to spend. It's not really the ideal move for him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go for anything there. So, we have the duo lanes there now up against each other. Has that pickaxe worked out? Has that fortitude pot worked out early on for Diamond? Edward, sorry, he's still got it in his bag. They didn't have a lot of vision, but I think they maybe weren't expecting too many ganks coming out from SK, but of course that top lane gank did work out. But we see a BF sword now from Candy Panda. He's had that advantage. He's had the dragon, he's had the tower up the top, and it's definitely given that gold swing.
But in terms of head-to-head damage, Caitlyn should still win this matchup, just because Gendra's running that 24 armor pen, and he also has another ability to use for damage, has a trap if he needs to, and then he has Thresh to lock him down. You do see Diamond coming around into that bottom lane yet again on your mini-map, trying to make something work there, but it does get spotted by the Ashe's Hawkeye, or Hawkshot, and that's the benefit of Ashe. You don't need a ward to really see around the corner.
Yeah, Hawkshot did spot him out there. Kevin continues to clear them waves in the top, so he's gained and back on towards the same CS as Darien. Darien will get a quick advantage here, but Kevin will be passing by, and the wards giving his position away. Thought about maybe going towards that mid lane. Hercubot is going to come in by the looks of it to try and help out, and they may well try and focus on Darien here.
Darien is very low at this point. We could see Ocelot ult just to give vision on to Kevin. He could pop the ultimate down. He does have Ignite. That actually could have been a kill if he wanted to commit to it.
Yeah, if he wanted to commit to it. Meanwhile, it's going to be the mid lane. Stun card down on towards Diamond Prox. Hercubot comes in, he gets the slide. The Cataclysm works out, and that is where Diamond goes wrong, because he didn't have Flash. He had Ghost, but he couldn't get away.
And that's the downside of always taking that. It's kind of predictable for the other team. team, and that Jarvan just countering that perfectly. Genja, he ran into that problem a long time ago, taking Ghosts and Cleanse consistently, but now you see him running that flash, obviously, just to get away from that that Cataclysm.
So very nicely started out here from SK Gaming. They've built themselves up a 2,000 gold lead, and they're keeping the pressure on. And look at this, there's going to be the execution. Can he get down? Kevin will finish him off, and that is wham bam, thank you ma'am. Darian going down.
And SK's looking like to break their loss streak right now against Gambit. Overall, they're playing perfectly at this point. Yet Kevin down in CS, but able to pick up that kill with that Haunting, guys. Everywhere. They're just playing phenomenal. Ocelot's been making a giant impact on this game, helping pick up that kill onto Diamond. He already has his Secret Arm Guards and his Ninja Tabby, so he's tanking up at this point to go head-to-head against Zed.
Oh, he made a mistake. He turned around, though. He may be able to take Diamond down. Has he got enough? The Wither's going to run out. He's going to keep the Flame Splitter going, but now it's going to be Alex Itch coming around, and the execution of Kevin will be short-lived. The death mark goes down, and he's going to drop. He tried to take down Diamond Prox, but it wasn't enough. Greed's a killer.
But still, in the meantime, he delayed him long enough for SK to push this middle turret. It's already very low. They should be able to get this and get a lot of extra gold in their pocket. But the bot lane turret of SK is already very low on top of that. But Dragon should be up in about 2 minutes. And that's going to be the next big battle happening.
Well, 2-0 turrets now, gold advantage, continuing to build a little bit more here for SK Gaming. They will be ready and waiting to go for that. You can see Hercubot just off the side here, seeing if he can have a look towards Alex Itch, puts the ward down on him, but there is a pink ward ready and waiting, and he'll clear that out, no problem. Tribush gets warded up in the bottom, and the pings are on towards Genja. He has to be so wary of Candy Panda with that arrow.
And not to mention, Ocelot coming from the side. His ultimate is almost up in about 25 seconds. He didn't get his blue, unfortunately, last time, and it's been hurting him quite a bit as you see him backing over and over. But this is a very real gank that could happen very shortly. They already got the top turret, they got the middle turret, and they all might start, really going towards this bottom lane.
So we see Kevin returning. He's got himself a Dawn Shield now, actually in there, to give him a little bit more tankiness. And, well, we've already seen him just taking Darian down in 2 clean sweeps, so no problems for him to worry about that one. We do see, oh, he's tried to flash in. Edward flashed in. He tried to pull Diamond in, but they read it like a book.
And unfortunately for the Gambit, the communication was a little bit off because you can flash while they grab the lantern into the enemy team and get them even further into Wither range. But unfortunately not working out for them. Great job by SK to disengage, and SK can take advantage in every situation and taking that blue away.
And there is the blue for Ocelot this time. Hercubot not going to get it with that last tick like he did on his own one, and now they're going to go straight across to their own blue. They see Alex Itch making a move in towards that mid lane, and immediately the bottom lane backs away, not giving anything here. Kevin, meanwhile, he's keeping pressure on the top lane. SK Gaming have had a fantastic start here. Can they keep the pressure on? They're diving towards Alex Itch in mid.
He has his ultimate fail. We see Twisted Fate going in with the ulti.
Destiny goes down. He does manage to get the death mark down on towards him. Flashes away. Alex Itch flashes through, but you can see the shield, the cataclysm, the arrow lands from downtown, and Ocelot picks up the kill.
Great job by SK right there to lock him in that area. He followed up with the Ash Arrow. I believe the gold card actually ran out of Ocelot anyways because he actually dodged it with Alex Itch's ultimate, but great job to keep him out of the game. They're really pressuring Alex and really making him make mistakes and capitalizing on them.
That is just executed perfectly there for SK Gaming. They knew and read that situation, and really that was all a case of I guess started out from Ocelot flashing in the right direction, saying that you need to stand here because the arrow is coming up the river here and it will work perfectly. Kevin now making a run for it. Diamond Prox, but he manages to put his ultimate down. He's going to try and turn this one around. Wither will make him pay though. He's going to try and pick up the kill, but it's not going to happen. Kevin will go down, but look how much damage he managed to land on Darian, still in a 2v1.
Yeah, and he pretty much stopped building damage, just started building armor and survivability. But you see SK wait around for Dragon as Diamond was in the top lane, so it will be another free one for them. Second of the game. You might see them start to make a 4-man push on this bottom turret because that's the last outer one or tier 1 turret remaining.
Yeah, they're keeping it a 3-man as well because just off to the side there. Oh, they thought about going towards Edward. The cocoon landing. Can they follow it through? Yes, they can. Nif goes in there. Edward, he does have the fortitude pot, but didn't use it. I don't think he was going to save his life, but that is the Thresh Prince going down to Nif.
And Gambit, in the meantime, responding with a turret of their own. That's just the power of elite support that you saw right there. I mean, the cocoon, you put out so much damage, you have so much utility with your repel. Was able to help pick up another kill. He's now 2-0. And I don't remember Nif ever securing kills this often, but I'm loving it.
Absolutely doing fantastic. That bottom turret is also in pressure as well. The blue buff of their own just being picked up, and Ocelot taking that one. Destiny will be available shortly. If they were to stick around this bottom lane, they could easily dive on towards Genja because no one's anywhere near. And if he had gone for it, he would have been able to secure it. But it's the Infinity Edge now completed by Candy Panda. 15.5 minutes into the game.
Okay, Steamer, I think we can slow it down a little bit finally because it's been so much action happening, but we can kind of go over one major fact that SK's been doing and capitalizing on. With Kevin knowing that he can beat Darren, and Darren realizing that as well, Diamond's been visiting that top lane consistently now, trying to help him out. So every time Kevin draws him near, SK makes a play off of it. They take Dragon. They get a kill on Alex. They just consistently trying to react to what Diamond's doing.
Absolutely, and it's one of those situations that where you sometimes say, is it better off to leave him on an island, I think is what we used to call it. And it may well be the case. Darian again getting a little bit of a flame spitter. That spur is getting singed every single chance that the little yodel Kevin manages to get a chance on him, but it's this bottom lane. This is where the tower's going to go down. Destiny available, so I expect to see Ocelot making some moves shortly.
Yes, he will. I mean, he's already circling around to head towards this bottom side of the map, it looks like. And like you said before, the Infinity Edge is down on Candy Panda. The damage difference that he does compared to Genja is just ridiculous. And he could start to go for some engages here. His arrow is up, has the cleanse available, and Nif is obviously sitting on the sideline.
Well, it's a three-man build up in this bottom lane. Diamond finally has come to pay a visit. Will the dog get a chance though? Because that arrow, and you can see just off the side, Hercubot is ready and waiting. Ocelot ready and waiting. That middle turret down, of course. It is 2-1. And there is the turret finally going down. So 3-1 in turrets. SK Gaming, here it is. It's actually the top lane they're going towards, and they're going to try and shove the turret quick. They realize that there was 4 members gathered down the bottom. They're going to try and put as much pressure down on towards that turret as they can.
And still you see Hercubot, he was heading towards the middle. He's going to push that lane or head towards the top side. They should be able to commit a turret off of this if they go for it. But Alex is coming around the bot lane, and it is enough to defend.
It keeps them away there, and it was enough to just back them off. Also, like you mentioned, Hercubot was trying to keep the pressure. Nif, meanwhile, going to keep the pressure on towards Edward, throwing out those spiders as much as he can. The little creepy crawlies. Oh, the hook lands on towards Nif. The Piltover Peacemaker follows it up. He does manage to repel. He's going to go in towards Edward. The box comes out the slow. Then he's going to get the arrow straight towards Edward. Edward's getting cocooned. Nif's going to get away from this one. The Ignite running down. Candy Panda now cleanses it off. Remember, Genja doesn't have a cleanse, but he does get taken down, and the Thresh Prince has been defeated once again by Nif.
And Hercubot is getting caught right now by Diamond. He's going to EQ over that wall. He should be able to escape, but Alex and Diamond are going to commit to this. They might be able to pick up a kill on Hercubot and that red buff.
The Wither maybe just slowed him down enough. He's going to get that combo back up. The cocoon lands perfectly. Ace in the hole comes out, but it's only going to just deflect off the armor of Hercubot.
Great job by SK right there. That was all set up by Ocelot popping that ultimate early on just to give them the vision in that bottom lane so they could take that turret securely. And then you saw him go towards the top side. It forced Alex to go up there and really react yet again. But Ocelot, you know, he did some damage to the turret, backed off, and then Alex had to come down to the bot lane. I mean, that's a lot of time Alex isn't farming. That's a lot of time he's not getting kills. And that's a lot of time that he's not able to really help out anyone on his team.
And in terms of build, it's starting to show because you can see Zhonya's hourglass almost complete by Ocelot. Meanwhile, Alex Teach, he's desperately trying to get anything completed at the moment. That build toward a Cutlass in there could, of course, go to the Runic Bulwark. I expect maybe as the first item. What do you think he's going to head towards there? He's got that Brutalizer in that. That's more a case of getting the armor penetration in.
I believe he will go for the Blade of the Rune King as that because the active on that helps or gets amplified by the damage on your ultimate, so it's going to work out quite well. They're going to try to steal away this blue buff yet again. They've done this so many times to EG, but can they do it to Gambit?
They have the ward in place. They're going to come around there. They do manage to slide the stun card on towards Alex Teach. He's going to be the target. The repel comes in. Cataclysm comes down. One more hit should do it, and it is. He tries to turn it around. Yes, Ocelot gets the kill. The death mark on towards Hercubot. Now they're going to turn and chase on towards Diamond Prox. Diamond Prox been barely caught so far, though. Can he just run in towards the turret? Is he going to be able to escape into River? No, because here comes Destiny. The stun card, the wild card, the cocoon, the explosive spiders, and finally, surely, they will be the ultimate again. So every single member of SK Gaming collapsing in towards Diamond Prox. He's going to go down. The dog will get beaten, and Hercubot's just going to slide through one more time. He's taken a heck of a beating here, ladies and gentlemen, but Kevin will finally pick up the kill.
Demon, no matter how hard Diamond Prox tries, you cannot escape Destiny right there. End up getting killed in the end. Great job by him to delay the time a little bit. I mean, he was able to just hold them back, but still, that's another kill going to SK. 3 kills on Ocelot, 2 kills now on Kevin, and 3 kills on Nif, which is the interesting part. He might actually start building a little bit of damage here. Looks like he is potentially going for a Haunting Guise.
And you know what? The KDA is being hurt by Edward right now. He's in trouble of losing that KDA. Remember, it's Candy Panda that's actually chasing him for that. So there's the 3 assists will help out quite a bit. He could do again a couple more kills in. Dragon's going to spawn in around about 50 seconds time. Remember, SK Gaming, they've had both of them so far. They will go in towards the third one. The arrow comes in. It lands on towards Edward again. The stun card comes through. Another volley comes out, and it's Candy Panda this time that picks it up. Perfect timing, 30 seconds before Dragon. Will they try and secure the red?
Looks like they might be able to, but there's no real point to get out of position right now. They have a huge advantage at this point, and the Ashe pick for them has been working out so well. I talked about, oh, they might go for Twitch or Ezreal, but the Ashe is really proving me wrong here. And it looks like Jarvan will be able to take away the red buff here, just taking away every single thing they possibly can from Gambit. As you see on your screen, 14 seconds left on this Dragon. Expect them to pick that up next.
Yeah, so red buff goes across towards Candy Panda. Dragon is spawning in 10 seconds. They're moving in towards that one. Meanwhile, Kevin has continuing that duel head-to-head against Darian in that top lane. He's 2-3 right now, helping kills. So it is slowly but surely being won out by Kevin.
And that's exactly what they need to keep doing, because every time he does that, he's keeping Darian there. Like, we know Darian as a player, like we talked about it in the highlights, that he likes to push the lane consistently. He likes to just continue to shove that lane in. But Kevin's been matching him head-to-head in this aggression. It's just been a duel between them, and every time someone on Gambit reacts to it, SK capitalizes off it with some sort of objective.
So, blue buff being picked up again. Ocelot in his own jungle right now. They did take away the steal earlier on. Managed to get that away. Ocelot's going to secure that one. This helps out. You mentioned it earlier on, Hercubot took it away from him, but Ocelot's been able to keep that blue buff going. You can see Kevin with it right now because he just got the kill on towards Diamondprox earlier on. That's about to wear off. Darian, he's going to try and keep that farm going. He has got the farm advantage over Kevin right now in that top lane, but of course the kill advantage is against him. And Edward, that Fortitude pot did get used out, but really, as a starting item of the support, you've got to question it.
Yeah, it was really unexpected, but it kind of worked out for what they wanted to do, because they were able to get an early kill off Kevin. It would have kept him alive long enough for an extra turret hit or two. And I want to go back to what you're saying about Darian, because he's continuing to farm away, but look at his items. He's pretty much just going tank, so he's not really going to be that effective in fights other than stopping someone with this Bola Strike. That's about it, and ideally it would be over towards Candy Panda, but he does have that cleanse to get away. Also has his Zonias now, so it's kind of limited on what he really can do in these team fights.
Oh my word. Are they setting up for Baron here, SK Gaming?
They're baiting Gambit in.
And they're going to try and bait them in. Will it be enough, though? It's the Thresh Prince they're trying to pull towards. Hawkshot comes out. Destiny goes down. They're going to come in. The Sun God's there. The box comes out, but it doesn't matter. He's going to get decimated. And now the arrow on towards Alexich. Have they got enough? They need to get the Cocoon down on towards him. Instead, they're going to back away and say, no, I think we've done enough. We're going to chase down Darren, the Flame Spitter. He is getting roasted on towards that. He does flash through. It doesn't matter. They're going to go towards Baron.
Holy crap. I'm thinking back to when Edwards talked about just trying to farm Candy Panda's KDA. They're doing that exact same thing to him. They're going to be going for this Baron. It's already down to half-life. Diamond's going to be coming in for a steal here, but I don't know if he can actually pick it up.
It's going to come through. There's the stun card. They are chaining their CC beautifully there. And Diamond Proxy's going to go down eventually. Is it going to be enough? Oh, and Alexis tries to get in, but he can't get a kill down. They do pilt over Peacemaker. SK taking low. They can't take the Baron down, but it doesn't matter. They picked up another kill, and it's Diamond Prox.
And they're just lengthening their lead even further. Oh, Alex, he's going around the side. He wants to go for a potential kill right here. SK is all really low at this point, and he could get it. Genja could have potentially got a kill with his ultimate, but ran back down to that bottom lane, and he wants to farm again.
He wants to try and keep it going there. Meanwhile, the mid lane tower is being pushed. You can see Darren, he's trying to get that one down, and that will still pull them back to 3-2 in turrets. So Gambit trying to take something from nothing right now, and it's seemingly working, but 11-3 is the kill score, and that's where SK Gaming really are making map dominance count. 11-3 working in their favor. Huge, huge advantage, of course, 6,000 gold.
And Damon, I'm looking at this game right now where you said we're 24 minutes in, and we're almost about to run into the problem that SK has been very vocal about.
Yes.
We seem to just throw games around the 30-40 minute mark, and we're gonna get there. Like, it's gonna happen. We're gonna get that far in the game, and I'm curious to see if they worked on enough this past week to really stop that from happening, or able to close out this game versus Gambit.
Well, you got to remember that SK Gaming, they've had an entire sort of weekend preparation just for this game. This is the only match they've played this week. Of course, Super Week coming up next, but they are all about securing that third spot right now. I don't think they're really going to chase down that second or first spot. I don't think that's quite possible unless something absolutely mental happens in Super Week. But with Evil Geniuses losing after beating Fnatic, they're going to be happy. They're going to think this spot, it may be secured.
And then you have to look at the relegation matches where they'll play against either, so if they, can't keep winning, they'll play against potentially Copenhagen Wolves, but if they continue to hold that third spot, it'll be against the Giants or against Authority. So you can say it's a much easier matchup to stay in that third place and go against the 16th than to fall to fourth and go against the fifth.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fact that nobody wants Copenhagen Wolves right now. Nobody wants to face them. They've had so many absolutely amazing games that nobody wants to get near that setup. And we do see the wards coming out from Gambit. They're trying to keep and get vision of that Baron so they don't get caught short. But it does seem that SK Gaming, they have the advantage right now, and they are starting to group up mid.
Let's see what they can do. I mean, they have the ability to get or to siege these turrets, I have to say, because if anyone on Gambit dies into the back line with Candy Panda, he has Flash, he has Cleanse, he has Rumble and Jarvan to protect him, they're going to get blown up. So they have potential to siege, but they don't seem confident just yet. and they don't want to give Gambit a chance to get back in the game, so they're trying to bait them over towards this Baron. But, you know, Genja's in the bottom lane right now. They're not really going for it. The Astro comes out.
Oh, it got whiffed though. It didn't quite land. They're going to try and dive towards Diamond Prox, but he uses that ghost and gets away. They didn't cataclysm through. They could have maybe dived on towards him there. The rest of the team weren't close enough. Darian was not involved, so they could have got a kill if they wanted it on Darian, but they didn't go for it.
And currently Gambit has no vision on this Baron site, and they're going to have to do something. We see Darren actually ulting just to get vision, it looks like, just to see where they are. And that will go to waste, but still, I mean, not getting baited into a fight right there and dying with 3 or 4 members is technically not a waste in the end.
Yeah, so a number of arrows and ultimates used between the teams, so still levels off. No crazy amounts that someone has used just yet. Red buff going across to Genja. He's gone for a Bloodthirst and Last Whisper in comparison to the Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer that Candy Panda's got.
And it looks like Candy Panda with that No Magic Mantle. I'm not exactly sure what he's to be going for. Maybe a Hex Drink or that item? Which there's not... Actually, the only magic damage out of Gambit is the W, I believe, out of Rengar, but I guess we'll see where that does go.
Well, Spirit Fire as well, maybe. The dog, but it's not a great deal. We'll see. We'll see. Kevin at the moment, though, is clearing off the top lane. Diamond Proxy's farming out the mid lane, and it is a Baron starting off here for SK Gaming.
Okay, the analysis has pointed out that does go to GA. I totally forgot about that item, so that must be what he's building towards. That makes a lot more sense than a Hex Drinker, but Baron being started, Diamond Proxy sitting on the sideline trying to go for a steal here.
Landed. The Cocoon lands, the stun card lands, they're keeping him stun locked. They've got it! They've got the Baron, and now SK Gaming are turning on towards Darian, but here comes Alex Ich. He does dive in, but he's all on his own. He gets decimated. Hercubot, the hook coming towards Hercubot now, but the box goes down. It manages to hit no one. The stun card, they're keeping chained on towards Diamond Prox. Diamond Prox goes down. You see the arrows coming across there, the hawk shot. There's going to be the decisive strike on towards Genja, and he's just going to get harpooned in the back. Skewered kebab meat for SK Gaming, and they have managed to pick up the Baron and 3 kills.
Great job at SK. I mean, they were so low off that. Looks like they're just straight up push right now. They have Kevin to tank this turret. If they want, they will be able to get this turret very easily, and SK in the driver's seat this game, almost up 10,000 gold against Gambit, 27.5 minutes in.
Well, they're going to kite it round, but it's going to be the inner turret going down. Darian trying to just prevent something from happening, but they have got a giant creep wave down the bottom. They're going to rotate towards it maybe and pick it up. Will they just go straight towards Dragon? They will. It'll be Dragon for SK Gaming, and they're going to go back and spend some of that gold.
And look at the flawless play of SK right now. Look at their deaths. They're all on Kevin, and that's for a reason. He died on purpose just to, you know, kind of control, like we were saying before, where Gambit is, and SK has just been doing phenomenal here with that that opportunity that was given to them. They're going to get that Dragon, they're going to get the blue buff on top of that, and they're going to go back and spend a lot of gold.
Yeah, they're going to be happy with that. We'll see what comes out from it. Leandris, of course, was picked up by Kevin just before that fight happened. Lichbane now being picked up. Ocelot, he's going to be happy. He's going to have a hell of a lot of damage. And another needlessly large rod coming in there for the Rabadon's death cap. There's the Iron Locket of Solari. There's the Guardian Angel onto Candy Panda. And now really everybody getting strong on SK Gaming. The Randian's Omen coming out for Hercupot. They are in the driving seat right now. But we do see the Blade of the Rune King on Alex Ich. Will that be enough to try and turn a fight? Can they actually select someone? Honestly, the targets he would have gone for normally would be Ocelot right now. He's 507, answering everybody in its own team and the enemy team. All the critics up together against Alex Ich, who's currently 1-3-0.
The thing is, you pointed out, who's Zed really going to go for anymore? And there is no one on SK that's an easy target for him at this point. You have the G on Candy Panda, you have the Zonias on Ocelot, and Kevin, he has his Zonias on top of that too. So you really can't kill anyone on the other team with that burst alone. So the Blade of the Rune King isn't going to mean much in the end. They've been having a tough time beating SK at this point when it's 5-on-5, but now it's 5-on-6 technically with that Guardian Angel. As you see, gank in the top lane.
Destiny out there. There's the stun card. You cannot go invisible and escape. He's going to try and turn around. You can see he's just going to flame spit towards him, but he goes straight in towards Candy Panda. He's jumping left. He's jumping right, but you cannot out-jump Ocelot, and he will manage to finish him off with the Lichbane, and it is 6-0-7 now for Ocelot.
And a great response by SK with Hercubot in the bottom lane. They saw Alex pushing. They sent him back. He was able to defend against it, and that's what Gambit wanted to do. They wanted to draw the attention towards the top side, be able to pick up a turret on the bottom, and maybe get some extra gold income for him, but now they're down over 10,000 gold. SK's closing on this top lane, and it's not looking good for Gambit.
They're piling straight in. Top lane will be the target. Hercubot is a long way off, though, so it's going to be a 4-man push right now, but Nif just around the side there. He's going to see if he can land the cocoon, see if he can get it towards anyone. Instead, they take the turret already. They back off and just take the advantages. Can they catch anyone out? You can see Candy Panda. He's already got that arrow ready and waiting. They're thinking of launching it in there. They do put the ward down, but it's not going to be able to clear out the one that Gambit put.
Yeah, no Oracle Curl on SK. That would have given them so much more control in this jungle. They've already baited them into a death once. Weren't able to do it yet again, but still 5 turrets to 3 at this point.
So as it is, we can see whether they can go towards. I was going to see whether the Cocoon came out there, but it didn't manage to land.
Ah, okay. Well, they are going to be sieging this top turret. They have the Baron. They have the ability to do it. They're not split pushing, though, because they're afraid of that hard engage coming out of Gambit. We see the Asher coming in, but it's another...
Oh, it's whiffed. It's actually caught Kendra on the backline. It wasn't the target he was going for. He wanted to go towards Diamond Prox, but nevertheless, it landed. So you got to be happy with that. And you see the damage going on towards the turret. Oh, the hook on towards Ocelot. Remember, he's got that Zhonya's Hourglass. They're going to keep on tanking through the turret damage. The Baron above, of course, is about to wear off. He's just gone down, so they're going to back away.
Yeah, they definitely need to back and heal at this point. They got one turret, they got some good damage onto that second, or that inhibitor turret, but still no point in giving away kills right now, because look how many killing spree bonuses they have. They have one on Offset, they have one on Nif, and you cannot afford to give those away, and you cannot afford to let Candy Panda's GA go down, because if that happens, that's a clear target for Alex to say, hey, I'm going to one-shot your AD carry now.
Yeah, Candy Panda rightfully does back away, keeps the Hawkshot out as well, just to secure himself just a little bit more. So, what are we seeing? What can Gambit, who have come back from situations, currently 11,000 gold down to SK Gaming. Remember, this is Gambit, top of the league right now. They managed to take that position away from Fnatic. Fnatic did pick up a win earlier in the day. They are hot on their heels, and I believe this would take both teams to 18-5 if memory serves correct, but I haven't looked at the standings today, so we'll see whether that is exactly how it works out. As it stands, SK Gaming in the driving seat for the first time in a very long time against Gambit.
But like we mentioned before, they've always had problems closing out games. They've said it themselves, and they've done a good job of controlling the game so far, but they're seeming to have a little bit of a tough time getting into the actual base of Gambit here. And we'll see in the next couple of minutes if they have the ability to. They have Baron come up in about a minute and 30 seconds, so I would assume they're going to wait for that point to actually make a major play.
Yeah, and you can see it's going to be the bottom lane. Candy Panda's going to clear that one out. He's keeping it shoved. There is wards in the jungle area. He's keeping that Hawk shut out just to double check. So he has full vision, so he knows that nobody's going to come across towards him. Alexic is definitely a potential if he can get in towards that bush. If Candy Panda goes a little bit too far, he would be in danger of being taken down, but he shows himself. They may go for this one, you know. Nif was there. The rest of...
here comes Darian.
But the rest of SK are nearby as well. Here comes Ocelot. He's going to get towards Darian, going aggressive. Can he get towards him? He's got an Oracle. He can see you, dude. He can see you coming. You're not going to be so sneaky.
And they're trying to make a play right there. I mean, you were saying, what can Gambit do to really kind of get back in this? And that was kind of what they needed to do, is potentially get a kill here. Unfortunately, not working out for them. And if SK pushing down this middle lane, looks like they want to get inhibitor turret here.
Gambit completely out of position. You can see SK, they're going to turn straight towards this mid turret. Kevin's going to tank it up, use that shield and get some damage down on towards it. The volley shot not quite catching him, but they have got minions coming in as well. And they're going to get another couple of hits. Look at that, half health now going down. That Lich Bane working out wonders for Ocelot as he just chunks down the turret. He's going to come in again. The pokes back and forward. The stun card on towards Darian. The wild card's going through. He just heals it off, shrugs it off there. And you can see Edward, he wants them souls. He wants them souls. But he's not going to be able to get them because SK Gaming are baiting him in towards this one.
And Baron is up in 20 seconds. SK's just trying to be really aggressive. If they can get one kill here, they can just back away, take the Baron, or even just take the turret and the inhibitor and then do the Baron right after. But that would definitely be the next major fight breaking out. As you see Ocelot going in just to hit the turret yet again. He gets caught.
The hook on towards Ocelot. He has got the Zhonya's Hourglass and he does it. He does a staying alive stance. But you can see SK Gaming diving in towards it. Edward taken down. And now Diamond low. There's going to be another kill. Darian dropped down there. Diamond goes down. They're changing it towards Destiny comes out. Ocelot's going very deep. Blocked off by Kevin just in time, using that shield to block him across, and that is an inhibitor going down for SK Gaming. They're going to turn and burn on towards the top inhibitor. They're going to take this one down. Alexic and Genja, they're the two men standing currently for Gambit, but I don't think there's a great deal I can do. Kevin's going to keep them at bay. You can see the boots coming out, but they're going to get poked back, and there it is. It's a second inhibitor down. SK Gaming with a huge advantage building up against Gambit.
Great job right there. Also, it was like an intentional bait, getting caught by that thrush hook, getting pulled in, popping that Zonus while the rest of his team just piled in with that Cataclysm, with that Rumba Ultimate to lock them down, and Candy Panda was untouched for the most of that fight, just sitting in the back, attacking as much as possible. They're going to go and heal right now. They have an Oracle still. They have actually quite a few Home Guard boots as well, and they're going to head towards this Baron because with that top lane pushing, with that middle lane pushing, they're going to have basically a free Baron, or they're going to force Gambit into a fight that they don't want to have.
Well, if SK Gaming do pick this one up, it's going to set up Super Week beautifully. Honestly, Gambit will not be happy with losing this game and losing their huge streak that they've built up against SK Gaming. SK Gaming, though, they were going into the Super Week with so much confidence. Of course, it would open up the first and second place fight between Fnatic and Gambit. Looking like SK may even be able to secure that position, but it's not safe yet because Super Week, they play 5 matches apiece. EG and SK SK, so anything can change in that lineup. And of course, it does mean it's almost like the battle to dodge the Wolves. Nobody wants to play Copenhagen Wolves right now. They are, of course, securing that position in the top of the table, so they're not going to be fighting for a relegation, or they could
Ash
if
Arrow
they were
catches
to lose
Darien.
it. Ash Arrow does catch it. You can see Ocelot comes in, gets it straight in there. He's not needed. Candy Panda picks up the kill already.
And that is a straight sign for SK to say, hey, let's get this Baron. There's no way they can fight against us. I mean, the problem is Darien wasn't that impactful in these fights anyway, so it really doesn't matter in the end. We might see a nice steal out of Diamond, but the problem is he doesn't have flash, doesn't have a clear way of getting in there, and that should be a free Baron for SK.
And I got to point it out, 6-0-9 for Ocelot, 5-0-8 for Candy Panda. The two carriers have played sublimely, but more importantly, Hercubot 1-0-14 and Nif 3-0-7 on Elise.
Yeah, we've talked about Hercubot just kind of coming into his own as a jungler for SK. He's just out of nowhere. He's found some champions he's comfortable with. He's found the strategies that he's comfortable with SK. Nif doing a phenomenal job just from the start of the game with this Elise, which I believe it's the first time he's actually used it so far. And Ocelot, I mean, 6-0-9. What is there else to say about that?
Well,
just
I mean,
perfect job.
SK Gaming, they've all gone, you know, just straight up decimation, apart from Hercubot who's gone tanky, but it's actually Kevin that's kind of the man that always is in the front, tanking it. Yeah, he's not really built any tank at all. He's now got that Zhonya's Hourglass in there, along with that, he had that Doran's Shield very early on, but honestly, it's all damage for SK Gaming right now.
And I think his Gambit can't really defend against. I mean, we do have a GA finally done on Genja, but he still only has 2 damage items, doesn't have any Infinity's Edge yet, doesn't have any attack speed, and there's a Randuin's over in Hercubot, so no attack speed, you're going to have even less now when that gets popped. And Genja's not going to be doing much damage for the next, I have to say, like 5 to 10 minutes. He needs to build up a couple of items, but it might be too late at that point. The top lane is pushing, the middle lane is pushing. They're going to get that inhibitor turret.
The inhibitor turret goes down. Gambit have to back up to their double Nexus turrets, but there's super minions shove it in the middle and the top lane in SK Gaming. They are driving home a victory here. Can they make it count? You're going to see the Cocoon land. Darian's going to get dropped here. Everything's being thrown towards him. Have they got enough? Yes, they have. And now it's Diamond Procs being turned on towards, but the Nexus turrets are dropping. It is going to be SK Gaming breaking their duck against Gambit Gaming. And can they take the victory finally? Alex Hitch with one last burst of pace. The Guardian Angel pops. It does not matter. He's going to get decimated. It's Ocelot with another kill. That's going to feel so good for him. SK Gaming, they want kills. They don't want to finish it. They try and hook him onto the fountain. It's not going to happen. SK Gaming beat Gambit Gaming in the last game of Week 9 and finally break with tradition. What a fantastic victory from start to finish.
And not even beat them, they just